TARS versus PINKROID. We have an absolute barn burner happening right now.
Barn burner!
Barn burner
Barn burner.
indeed here. This is the match a lot of people have been looking forward to. Some of the highest level RTA is going to be here. We're going to look into pre-ban, see how the players want to play with. See the Robo pre-ban and the Gurkha pre-ban makes a lot of sense here. Robo pre-ban means that TARS probably doesn't even have a Robo, doesn't even use Robo very much, but he definitely doesn't want to be cleaved here. That's generally the weakness when you play a Gurkha a lot of times. So pretty smart pre-ban. PINKROID instantly lays down that Oliver.
Yep, there's that very quick Oliver draft there from PINKROID. Taz looking to respond with a Tian Lang, taking that away from PINKROID, and a Masha, honestly taking the Masha away from PINKROID as well.
Wow.
Very quick drafting here.
As mentioned, these players are prepped for each other. Tian Lang, Masha, very good picks into the Oliver, but that Masha very good in that Oliver, that Miles very good in the Masha here, and the Shizuka just a good unit overall.
Yep, let's see what he's going to be drafting here. TARS hovering over a Moore and a Cigar coming out.
Interesting. So TARS going for the cleave route here. PINKROID, and that's exactly why I took out the Robo G92. So PINKROID needs to be able to withstand it. So he could either go with, goes with the Kinky here. Not something expected. Kinky might not be the best pick here. Kind of interesting. Juno makes a lot of sense here. Juno's great into all of those picks except for the Masha there. So kind of an interesting pick here. We get to see Kinky for the first time in the SWC World Finals.
Yep, definitely the first time here. We're going to see what Taz is going to be wrapping up his draft after seeing a Kinky and that Juno. And it is going to be a Changpeng. Very AoE drafty here coming out of Taz.
Yeah, absolutely. Very AoE drafty here. And I think we're going to see potentially a ban on the Kinky. Generally, when there's a Miles on the field, you assume that the Miles doesn't exist because the stun rate is very low. So I think the Kinky ban probably makes the most sense. You could also see a Shizuka ban if he doesn't want to deal with RNG. I don't think it makes sense to ban the Juno, but also a possibility, you never know. But I think Kinky ban probably makes most sense. If I'm PINKROID, I mean, this is a tough one. I mean, you're probably looking to take out either Changpeng or the Sagar. Otherwise, you're going to be controlled, attack bar reset. It's just very oppressive stuff coming out from the side of TARS.
Well, bans are locked in. Shizuka's going to get the ban, and so is Moore. Moore is gone. No more speed leads for Taz here. 33 speed lead coming out for PINKROID, though.
Yeah, so this is going to come down to a lot of aggression. It's going to come out from the side of TARS here, and it's going to be up to see if PINKROID can withstand all of that aggression.
Let's see what happens with skill 2. Not getting a strip there onto the Changpeng. Changpeng did take a little bit of damage, though. Does get that reset on top of the Masha. Hitting again with the second skill as well. Second skill available with Tian Lang. Let's see if he chooses to use it or not.
It's a lot of damage that's going to come from the side of TARS, so look to see that Changpeng and Sagar come right afterwards, and there's going to be defense break and a lot of damage coming.
Oh, additional turn's going to pop out here. Let's see who Taz is going to be aiming to take out first to get that second. The defense does not get the defense break.
Absolutely massive miss of the defense break and huge despair stuns on that from that Juno.
That was huge despair stuns coming out there, and honestly big damage coming out of the Kinky as well. We're looking at more damage coming towards that Changpeng. Changpeng not looking so good right now. Oliver could be looking to take it out, but it looks like wants to reduce the attack bars of the Scar first.
Yeah, PINKROID absolutely in a great spot here. That Changpeng is going to go down soon. That Juno moves in front of that Changpeng, so Changpeng's going to be dropping soon, and I don't think TARS has a great answer for this Kinky.
Oh, there's a double stuns there going out on the Juno, and of course that Oliver there. Serious Matters coming out to reduce the attack bar. There's the revenge and the kill going out on top of that Changpeng.
But again, TARS doesn't really have an answer for this Kinky. Kinky does so much damage, and there's that Juno that's not going down yet.
There's the additional turns coming out. There's that defense break going out onto the Juno. Looking a little bit better for TARS, though.
Yeah, looking a little bit better for TARS, but TARS about to lose a unit here once that Kinky takes some turns here. But PINKROID is going to lose that Miles and is likely going to lose that Oliver any second.
Yep, definitely going to put it down. Oh, looking for the provoke and not getting a defense break going out on top of the Cigar here. Now there is places to put this defense break with Tian Lang. He might just try and get rid of the Miles now.
Yeah, but again, TARS is in a rough spot. That Tian Lang doesn't have skill 2 for a while, so he's not going to be able to lock down this Kinky here. So Kinky's going to be able to do a lot of work. Kinky needs to dismount this Masha, though, very soon.
Oh, there goes Tian Lang. Tian Lang's going to get dropped from the field. We have second skill available with the Cigar. Could just go and get the takeout there on top of the Oliver.
I think he's looking at a defense break onto that Kinky there. Chooses not to use that here, so Masha's likely going to be dismounted very soon here.
Yep, there's a lot of damage. Looking to go and try and take out the Cigar here, but now we have the defense break that's not going to be landing. Masha does get the initial turn, though. We've got this Kinky, and this Kinky is going to be very tough to take out.
We're going to see potentially a Kinky solo here. PINKROID's Kinky's doing so much damage.
Yep, there's the attack bar reduction, there's the provoke, but there goes the Cigar as well. So much damage coming out of this Kinky. He needs additional turns coming out of this Masha, and Masha's not going to have enough. Let's see what the second skill is going to look like, because this is going to be it right there for this unit. Does get the initial turn. Does the crit happen?
And Masha's not going to do it. And
That is
PINKROID's
definitely not
Kinky's
it.
doing so much damage. PINKROID takes this 1-0.
Massive victory there for PINKROID.
Wow. First Kinky solo I've seen in a long time, especially at this level. It's not something you see very often. TARS definitely did not expect to see that. I think TARS needed to land a couple of stuns onto that Kinky or deal with that earlier. Did not really do so, and obviously paid the price for it later on.
Yeah, there was just not enough damage to keep that Kinky back from doing what it was doing. It was landing those defense breaks, being really, really disruptive. I couldn't tell if it was built on Violent or Despair, though.
That's a good question. I mean, not sure exactly what the build is. I mean, we're only going to see once, we see those proc or not. But again, just great picks overall. Probably 100 res Kinky, by the way. Not a lot of things landed on it. But again, PINKROID, very innovative drafter. We see a lot of stuff from him that we don't see a lot of times. He's able to use a wide range of units in just about the right spots there. Being able to see what happens throughout the course of the match in a different, unique way that most players don't. That's what sets him apart. That's why he's the favorite here.
Well, let's see what happens here as we get into round number 2 with TARS and PINKROID. PINKROID looking to maybe get his own version of a 3-0 here, and that would be huge against a player like TARS.
That would definitely be huge here. Again, so we see the bans on the Gianna and the Gurkha alternating, so as that's going to be expected that those are the two pre-bans on and off here. TARS taking out the Moore here. He's going to take the Oliver off the bat, leaving PINKROID with not really many options for speed leads.
Yep, first pick for TARS is going to be the Oliver. Look at the very quick draft. PINKROID is going to be the Masha, and Miles looking to get locked in here from PINKROID.
Yeah, Miles from PINKROID just does so much damage, and of course Masha from PINKROID, one of his best rune units, just does so much damage as well.
Yep, there's that Gurkha coming back. It's going to come back here as a second draft for TARS.
Yeah, and PINKROID does have a Tianlang, and Tianlang's great into all 3 units here, so I would expect to see a Tianlang. Geo's kind of interesting, but I would have expected to see a Tianlang there.
Shizuka and Juno for PINKROID, taking the Shizuka back and bringing back the Geo.
So Geo's great into Oliver and kind of a wash with the Praha there. But the Juno's a great pick into most of the units there, so that makes a lot of sense. But I would have expected a Tianlang, because the Tianlang's really good there. But PINKROID favoring the longer term match, probably thinks he's a better player. Generally, when you're a better player, you want the longer match, there's more decision making. So goes with that, more of a turn 2 type play on his side of the field.
Yep. There is the Nana coming out for TARS. You're very interested to see that unit. And takes the Dominic back. Does he choose to lock in the Dominic? Goes with a Cigar instead. I'm looking at him. I don't think that's the unit that he wanted to draft there.
Yeah, I don't know about that Cigar there, but that Cigar, I mean, this allows PINKROID to potentially ban out the Praha. He could either ban out the Praha or the Gurkha. I mean, I think a Gurkha's potentially a good ban out here. TARS doesn't really represent a ton of damage. PINKROID does have probably the best Masha, or one of the best Mashas in the world here. So I think Gurkha's probably the ban that makes the most sense. Just doesn't want to deal with that unit. The Juno ban kind of makes sense, but again, we know that ban's a Gurkha here, so I like PINKROID's draft here. That Masha's going to do a lot of work.
Yep, 33 speed lead coming out for TARS. We got an HP lead for PINKROID. Should be TARS taking turn 1 with that Cigar that he chose to draft here.
That's a very fast Cigar moving in front of the Miles there. 3 units taunted up. That's a lot that PINKROID's going to have to get through off the bat.
Yep, that really is. For a unit that he wasn't too sure about drafting, to getting a lot of value right now already at the beginning of the match. Getting a very nice Despair stun on top of this Masha.
Yeah, but this Geo, that's a big resist, and that's a big resist because that Oliver doesn't have attack bar. It's going to have to wait a whole turn again to get attack bar.
Yep, let's see what happens with this Praha. Choose to use 3rd skill, only use 1st skill, gets the additional turn anyways, pummeling that damage on top of the Masha that is defense broken at the moment.
Yeah, but that Masha is going to take a turn before this Oliver here, so PINKROID might be able to get a turn, might be able to snipe out a unit with this Masha.
Let's see what happens. He does have that 2nd skill, looking for a provoke, does land on top of that Geo here. We do have skills available with the Miles, looking for a stun, not receiving that stun. A little bit of damage coming towards Shizuka. It was provoked up. Now the damage coming back towards the Praha here. We're looking for Despair stun coming out of Nana. Does he receive it? Does not. Almost gets the dismount though. That attack break is definitely going to help keeping a little bit of damage back from that Masha.
Yeah, definitely a big attack break there, and at the same time, PINKROID does not have heals at the moment, and there's a Nana with 1 orb that might get more orbs once this Nana gets, once this Masha gets dismounted. So PINKROID's in a little bit of trouble here. There's a lot of healing, a lot of resilience from TARS side.
Yeah, does get the Despair stun though on top of the Cigar here, and the Violence proc coming in there, a little bit of damage. Cigar only at 50%. Masha is going to get dismounted though. Oliver with 3rd skill available.
Yeah, Oliver's just going to be able to control the field here. He has 3rd skill, and then has 2nd skill up. right afterwards here. So Oliver's going to be doing Oliver things here. And PINKROID's not really going to have any skills available.
Yep, looking to get the reset, attack bar pushback on top of the Shizuka. The Gyo getting the additional turn. Third skill is going to be coming back. This is where Oliver does Oliver things. There's that second skill coming back. Once again, such an oppressive unit.
Such an impressive unit there. One proc allows it to take 4 turns in a row there. And there's going to be another turn.
Oh my god, this is absolutely insane.
So Oliver's able to take 6 turns in a row before anything takes a turn. Such a strong unit there, and unfortunately for PINKROID, that's just so much damage.
Oh, with the double despair stun hitting the field as well on top of the Miles and the Shizuka as well. And there's his writing was on the wall. TARS with a round 2 victory.
Yeah, kind of a tough match for PINKROID there when your opponent's Oliver goes 6 turns in a row. That's a lot to deal with. I mean, Oliver's just such an impressive unit on the ladder. It's just such a draft impacting unit. I do think PINKROID's draft was a little light on threat in general. I mean, he relied a lot on that Masha, but obviously wasn't able to get that Masha through. He got outsped. Typically, when your opponent gets the opener, I mean, in this type of meta here, the opener matters so much there.
Yeah.
That Cigar moving in front, resetting all the attack bars, we allowed TARS to take that one pretty easily.
Yep, that was really, really crazy turns coming out of that Oliver there. You know, it is just 6 turns with reducing attack bar, with bolt skills, you know, resetting. You know, it's kind of oppressive when you're able to do that with a unit like Oliver.
Yeah, I mean, that just 6 turns is, 6 turns is not that much, right?
No,
I mean, I've seen Diana's take more than that, but just such an impressive unit here. So PINKROID really needs to consider that. Maybe taking the Tian Lang would have prevented that. So that's why I was surprised he didn't take the Tian Lang earlier. Maybe he'll take it this time here. But again, I expect to see the same bans as we saw in the first matchup here, just to kick this one off.
Yep, and there's the bans. We're gonna have the Robo G92 getting banned out here, and Oliver. So we're not gonna see 7 turns as we get into round number 3.
So it'll be interesting to see what PINKROID favors. I would like to see a Moor first pick coming out of PINKROID. We see TARS take Moor a lot. PINKROID has one of the best Moors in the world. There we go. We see that Moor instantly laid down by PINKROID.
Very nice. And then we've got TARS going to be responding here with a Shizuka and Gianna as his first picks up against PINKROID after seeing that Moor come out.
And I think after that, we're going to see a Masha Changpeng coming out from the side of PINKROID here. Something to complete a cleave. I don't think we're going to see a lot of turn 2 action here. The Moor is also off will. I believe it's off will. So we see a Changpeng and a Shan. His PINKROID's shiny new toy that he pulled in the lobby of the hotel the other night is being put to use here, and it's a great pick by him.
Yep, Shan is coming out onto the field here. Let's see if TARS is going to be prepared after seeing this unit hit the field.
I think TARS is going to need to play for speed. Wow, and we see a Jackson Gurkha. So talk about LD abuse here.
Yeah,
so many LDs, and that Jackson is probably not what PINKROID prepared for. Jackson is allowing TARS to get double attack bar, also gaining attack bar when attack bar is reset on his side. Such an oppressive unit.
Yep, let's see what happens. PINKROID looking at wrapping up his draft here. Got a Tiana and a Juno looking to wrap up PINKROID's draft.
So this tells me PINKROID's going to ban out the last pick here, and there's going to be a lot of units off will on the side of PINKROID's here. He's content to cleave his opponent down with a Changpeng, Shan, Moor, and Tiana combination with the Juno back up into the Gurkha here. So I think TARS is going to, this 5th pick unit is going to be banned out. Could really be anything. I think PINKROID's just in a great spot.
See what happens. Last pick from TARS is going to be a Leo, and that is 100% going to get banned out here.
Yeah, definitely going to ban out the Leo here, but the question is, what is TARS going to pre-ban? Because he's going to be faced with an AoE cleave no matter what. There's going to be a Tiana into a Changpeng, into a Shan. I think you're going to have to ban out either the Changpeng or the Shan here. So most likely going to take out the Changpeng. The Changpeng's probably the most oppressive unit of everything there. That's exactly what happens. Changpeng ban, Leo ban here. So we're going to see a Tiana opening into Shan with more. There's a lot of damage. It's going to come down to how good PINKROID's artifacts are. And I can tell you from playing them before, they're very powerful.
Well, let's see what happens. We get into round 3 with PINKROID and TARS. We've got that Water Ryu kicking things off with just the first skill into the Gianna.
Yeah, PINKROID saving his skill, wisely saving his skills here, being very careful with how he uses them.
Yep, there he is, gets a full team stun. We get an additional turn coming out of this Gurkha, though. Gurkha looking to potentially lock things down here. Maybe even go for the Tiana. Does get the 2-turn provoke on top of the Tiana. Tiana does not get a defense break back onto the Gurkha. Gurkha looking to deal even more provokes and damage to this field.
Yeah, this one might be it there. He's got 2 provokes going on there, so unless the Gurkha gets stunned, that's a big stun on that Gurkha.
Big stun right there with additional turns rolling out. More damage coming towards that Gianna. Gianna looking a little low right now, but bombs can come out.
Bomb's definitely going to come out here, but again, that Gurkha is just so oppressive here. I don't know if PINKROID's going to be able to withstand that unit.
Ooh, nice despair stun going out on top of the Gianna, but we've got second skill available. Getting the defense break, no provoke, landing on top of the Shan though.
Yeah, but again, I don't know if PINKROID can withstand this. That Gurkha's just too much control. That Juno's gonna need to do a lot of damage there. Unfortunately, only strips of Jackson.
Yeah, did not get any real strips right there. We've got Gurkha looking to apply more provokes. Does land true on top of that Sean there.
Yeah, again, this Gurkha's at full HP. PINKROID doesn't really have an answer to it. Needs to take out other units so that the Juno can solo here, but PINKROID's in a tough spot. That Tiana might not be able to do the job here.
Yeah, look at the Despair Stun on top of the Jackson, not receiving it here. Jackson skill 2. Nope, goes with a skill 1, little bit of attack bar reduction on top of that Juno. We have a skill 1 going back out onto the Juno.
Yeah, but TARS wisely choosing not to use any skills on the Gianna, keeps the Soul Protect on it, and again, PINKROID needs to do some damage, but there's not really many targets to go after here.
Yeah, there really isn't. You're going to see him potentially finish off that Tiana here.
Yeah, I think he's going to be looking to score some kills, so Tiana and the Sean are going to be going down here, but again, this Juno needs to do some damage, but I don't think it's going to be able to do enough once there's a Shizuka protecting a
defense
Gurkha
break
like
for folks going back across the entire field of PINKROID. Of course, not that Juno, not just yet.
Yeah, and this is Gurkha, ladies and gentlemen. Just such a good unit here. Just 2-turn provokes on everything, instantly taking full turns. Not anything PINKROID can do once it gets a turn.
Yep, TARS trying to take advantage of the unit that do not apply anything on top of this Juno to stop any form of sustain for PINKROID.
Yeah, PINKROID's in a world of hurt here. This is not easy. This is a lot of damage coming out. And again, this Gurkha's just taking another turn. It's at full HP here.
Yeah, look at that defense break from 2-turn provokes back onto the Sean. There's just nothing he can do about it. So much damage, so much sustain for this Gurkha. Gurkha just way too oppressive.
Yeah, and that Gurkha not getting stunned there is also pretty big there. PINKROID, I mean, there's not really much PINKROID can do here. This Juno's just not gonna be able to take this one.
Yep, here comes a big skill 2, looking to deal some big damage towards that Juno, and it is gonna be enough damage to take him out there. And there you have it. Round 3 is won by TARS.
I mean, that match just came down to Gurkha. I mean, Gurkha's just such a strong unit. Once it gets online, big proc there too. I mean, if he didn't proc, I think PINKROID would have enough damage between Tiana's skill 2 and the Moore's skill 2, because I know PINKROID has some amazing artifacts. That Moore does a lot of damage. I think he'd be able to squeak that one by, but unfortunately for him, TARS was able to proc and then land those provokes, and once that Gurkha gets online, that game's over.
Yep, most definitely. I mean, we watched Oliver take 6 turns. We watched Gurkha absolutely ruin that field. TARS looking very, very strong, but it's not over for PINKROID. PINKROID has round number 4 to try and get things closer to a game number 5.
Yeah, so we'll see if PINKROID's able to adjust here. I think he should be pre-banning the Gurkha. That Gurkha is just too much to deal with. I think, and he also has the Tianlang in the back pocket, right? But even with the Tianlang in the back pocket and Geos and whatever you want to bring in, Junos, that Gurkha is just too much. It cuts off too many options, and once that thing gets online, the game is over. So I really think PINKROID needs to just pre-ban the Gurkha, and if he can get to a 5th match, maybe a cleave is consistent, but it's not a unit you want to deal with if you're PINKROID.
Not at all, but let's see what's going to happen here, guys. We get into game number 4 with PINKROID and TARS. Pre-bans from last time is going to be that SWC2022 and the Oliver that are now available. Moore and Gurkha going to get the ban here.
Yeah, so PINKROID facing elimination here. Definitely needs to be careful in this draft. More pre-ban. I think we're going to see an Oliver first pick, as usual. And then we're going to see PINKROID leaning into some sort of a Masha Praha play.
Oliver too good to pass up on, and there it is. Oliver's going to be the first pick for TARS. Masha and Shizuka very quickly drafted by PINKROID. TARS looking to respond to seeing those 2 units here.
TARS probably take, yeah, Praha, and probably Praha's going to be another pick here, and TARS probably could lean into an LD here. Could really do a bunch of things. I mean, this 3rd pick, as long as it's doesn't commit him to a certain speed, I think it's okay.
Yep, there it is. Nana and Praha going to be drafted by TARS. PINKROID hovering over a Dominic and one other unit.
Surprised PINKROID has not leaned in with Tianlang yet. Tianlang is quite good in Oliver Praha here. So goes with the Dominic here, and I think we have to see another support unit or a speed lead coming out from the side of PINKROID. Goes with the Tianlang. All right, there we go. So we finally see the Tianlang come out. Great into Praha, great into Oliver here. So solid picks by PINKROID, and we might see like something like a Wusa last pick, because he's missing, something like a Wusa last pick from PINKROID.
Yeah, he scared us for a second, possibly bringing out that Mo Long, flashed over quickly to the Tianlang right after that, but we're going to get a response, and it is going to be the Mo Long and one other pick.
Yeah, so we see the Mo Long coming out from the side of TARS here, and TARS basically looking to go aggressive here. We're going to see some more damage. Mo Long, Bovar, pretty all in here, coming from the side of TARS. So PINKROID could lay in anything, could be a Robo G92, could be any other AoE units, could be a Sagar, but I think that last unit is going to be banned. PINKROID cannot ban the Oliver. I think PINKROID's going to need to ban out either the Mo Long or the Bolvark, most likely the Mo Long here, because otherwise he's going to lose a unit off the bat. He can't afford that when there's a Nana stacking orbs, and there's, losing a unit off the bat. It's just going to be a little much here. So he's going to lay the Sagar. Sagar's going to be banned. Mo Long's going to be banned. And PINKROID's just going to take a lot of damage from a Bolvark into a lot of his units and gonna need to get some bursts, get a couple of procs going.
Well, let's see what happens, because that could definitely be the situation there. I don't think PINKROID's up for losing a unit right now, especially when there's an on the other side of the field, getting all those stacks up here. But it's a really important ban right here, really important situation is exactly what you said. Molong getting the ban, and so is Cigar here.
Of course, going exactly as I said here. So we're gonna see that Bulwark, that Praha do some damage. Probably not enough to take a unit out, and PINKROID's gonna need to come back from behind.
Yep, here we go, guys. Round number 4. We have a very quick Praha looking for some big strips here. Not getting a strip though on top of the Shizuka.
Yeah, and all we need is this Oliver not to take a couple turns. If this Oliver procs a couple times, it could be bad news for PINKROID. That could be a lot of damage, a lot to deal with.
Yeah, TARS able to get that attack break on top of the Dominic, which is really big right there. We've got skills available with Oliver looking to get the attack bar reduction. Does get it, but no reset on top of the T and Lang at all.
And PINKROID's gonna be able to do a lot of damage. If you look at the attack bars here, PINKROID has all the tempo in the world right now. So I think PINKROID's gonna be able to take out this Oliver, and then he's gonna be able to take out more units after that.
Ooh, big defense break on top of the Oliver, and there's that damage coming out with the additional turn as well. That's gonna confirm the kill right there.
That's a big kill right there, and this Shizuka's gonna be able to lay down skill 3, and there's gonna be more turns, more damage coming from the side of PINKROID.
Yep, Oliver is going to be shaking this defense break, but Masha's going to be coming up real quick. There's the additional turn, but it's not going to really do too much with all the immunity and shields on the side of PINKROID.
Yeah, the PINKROID, but the Oliver not able to do much because there's immunity on the side of PINKROID. PINKROID does have skill 2 from the side, from the Tian Lang here, so PINKROID should be able to use that to take out some units here.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell that TARS is desperately trying to get rid of this Dominic as soon as possible here. There's that third skill, dropping the knowledge on top of the Dominic. Dominic at 1%, he needs to really take advantage of his defense break. Does he get the additional turn? He does! Gets the additional turn, gonna be dropping that Oliver here. No more orbs to save him here.
Absolute display of pure skill by PINKROID. That proc was absolutely massive, and PINKROID has all the tempo in the world. It looks like we have a really good shot of going into an ace match.
Yeah, there's the additional turn right there coming out of the Praha as well. Really, he's just trying to get rid of this Dominic. Dominic finally gets dropped here. Now it's just Masha into all of these water units.
That's a pretty big deal to lose that Dominic here, because PINKROID's main damage dealer is a Masha, but there's all the units on the side of TARS are water units, so it's not quite over yet. This Tian Lang's gonna need to get a couple of procs if PINKROID wants to seal this one.
Yeah, double stuns going on top of the Nana and the Bulwark as well. You can see that second skill coming out. I think he's trying to take advantage of some potential defense breaks later on and keep bringing back that Dominic. He's going to have that second skill available now.
Yeah, this is going to come down to the Masha getting some crits here, not getting some glancings, doing some damage here. PINKROID's looking like he's in a good spot here. That's a big proc from that Shizuka.
Yeah, big proc right there, because doesn't choose to get rid of that Praha just yet.
Yeah, chooses not to get rid of that Praha here. Wants to keep the HP a little lower here and take it later. This Bulwark and that heal block is also massive on it.
Yeah, really big heal block there. But there you have it. It's going to come back because of that last orb there. We do have 5 stacks of knowledge though with that Bulwark.
And he does not proc there, so we're gonna lose. He's gonna lose that Praha. That's a massive despair stun.
Big despair stuns right there. Return to the past. You're gonna have Dominic coming back. He does have second skill available. He's trying to finish off that Praha as soon as possible. Doesn't get the branding, and there's that big damage. There you have it. No more orbs bringing that unit back.
And PINKROID's such a good player, looking several turns ahead, knowing that he's gonna need that Dominic skill 2 there.
Yeah, there's all that damage coming right back at that Nana. Shizuka is gonna be dropping here.
That's a big miss of defense break from that Tian Lang. Does not allow PINKROID to do a lot of damage. So this is not over. That Bulwark is healing a lot, getting stacks over and over here.
Yep, taking the immunity away from that Masha as well. Also getting 5 stacks up right here. No despair stuns coming out here. Gonna see a big skill too. He looks like he's gonna try and pull something out. Doesn't get any results there.
Wow, PINKROID's actually looking like he's in trouble here. That Tian Lang's gonna be going down here, and I think TARS is in a commanding spot.
TARS is definitely in a commanding spot indeed. I mean, I don't know how this Masha is going to handle both these water units with all the sustain and all the stacks that Bulwark is going to be getting, especially with Masha providing so much immunity for this Bulwark to take. This is crazy with 2 orbs also on top of the Nana with a dismounted Masha. I think that's definitely going to be it for PINKROID here.
I think that's definitely going to be it. TARS with 2 water units going to take out PINKROID here.
That is it for sure. That's going to be Masha there. And there you have it. TARS taking down PINKROID and moving to the final.